Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Mannix here. I'm going to be doing a knife review on the Kershaw OD-2. That was a weak deployment. Wow, what? There we go. Kind of had it a little tight there. This is a knife that they no longer make. A couple years ago they discontinued it. I know, it's such a shame. I really like this knife. It's one of my favorite EDC knives ever. And I've had it for like 4 years, 5 years, something like that. I think it's somewhere around 5 years. Every single knife I've had during that time I've traded, sold off at some point. Even if I had the knife for like 2 years or something, eventually I got rid of it. This is the one knife since my knife collection began. It's the one knife I kept. It's still with me. Probably mainly because it's so cheap, it's not even worth selling or trading, I suppose. But that being said, I really, really like it for a lot of reasons. Now let's begin. And some people might say, well, why are you reviewing a knife that's discontinued? It's so stupid. You suck. Well, no, I don't think that's stupid. It's because some people do have these knives, or they're looking at a used one somebody has, and they want to see a review on it. I don't see what's wrong with that. So it has an MSRP of $29.95, or at least it used to until they destroyed it. The overall length is 5.34 inches, the blade length being 2.25 inches, and the handle length being 3.125 inches, so it's a small, tiny little guy. Blade thickness is 0.1 inches, 8CR13 MOV bead blasted spear point style blade right there. Some people might call it a drop point. I call it a spear point. They call this GFN, glass-filled nylon. Of course, that's the equivalent to FRN, fiberglass reinforced nylon, and that's the equivalent to Grivex. I think that's what Cold Steel calls it. It's glass and plastic mixed together. It's very strong, very light. They call this faux, F-A-U-X, this pattern right here, because it mimics a G10 pattern, but it's FRN. I think they did that just to keep costs down, because G10's considerably more expensive than FRN, generally speaking. So if they put G10 slabs on there, who knows, the price might be like $5 or $6 more. Like maybe they just wanted to keep it like just strictly a $20 knife, but then again, the Kershaw Chill right here, this is a G10. They got away with the $20 price tag, but anyway, who cares? Maybe lightweight thing, who knows? It's almost as grippy as like a light grip G10, but not quite. It's still got grippiness. I like grippiness on knives. I don't know. It's not that I'm not like, oh no, if I get into combat, it's going to slip out of my hands. I need a grippy knife. That's not it. Although that is, that's nice to have a grippy knife in a combat situation, or if it's wet out or your hands are sweaty or something. I just like the feel of it. And yeah, a big thing for me is sweat. If you have sweaty palms, I have super sweaty hands. Even when it's not hot, my hands just get sweaty. The grip is good for that. Grippy, 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 grippy. Yeah, they call it the faux pattern. It is a liner lock. The weight is 1.4 ounces. Light little guy. Could have been lighter for the size because they threw some steel liners in there, but it's not that big of a deal at all. Don't care. Handle thickness is 0.41 inches in case you cared. Oh, here's something cool. It's tip-up carry, and it's swappable to the left side. That's awesome. Now, one thing that's really cool about this knife is this flipper right here. Because see, with all flippers, when you flip them, they poke out there, it acts as a guard. What the? Where is it? Oh, it's not a flipper. It's called the Overdrive Mechanism. This is an ingenious little invention that I wish they would put on more of their knives, because it's so simple. And I'm having trouble deploying it because I have it a little bit tight. A little bit of side to side. If you loosen it up just a hair more, it would be able to open up. I just don't like having blade play on my knives. I'm weird. Yeah, I can still get it open like that. This is such a cool invention. It's a mechanical arm that you push down 90 degrees. If you were to see the mechanics of it, it just kind of... It's just an ingenious little design. It's just all in the shape and its placement, but simply because of that, 90 degrees, 180 degrees. That's really awesome. It's not that you're cutting the work in half or anything. According to physics, you still got to put in the same amount of energy to get the blade out. But what's so cool about the Overdrive Mechanism, I think, is that you can open it slowly, but it's a flipper. Isn't that cool? Flippers, it's either fast or it doesn't open properly. It's kind of like a thumb stud knife, as in you have the option to open it slow. It's just a really, really cool invention. I wish they would put it on more of their knives. It's sweet. One thing I don't like about it, though, rattles. Rattles a lot. Yeah, I know, it has to in order for it to work. We have a heavily jimped OD mechanism right there. So it works every single time, as long as you have it loose enough. I like the pocket clip. Very simple, clean design, works very well. Kind of phallic looking, I know. But, it's functional. Never had a problem with it. Just carries extremely well. Very covert little knife. I like its thickness, too. I don't like the super slim stuff. For its size, it's a fairly thick knife. Moderately comfortable, a little bit slippery up here. There's no jimping. Not that big of a deal. Some people will be like, oh, that knife sucks, there's no jimping. Yeah, I know, sorry, but I don't really care that much. It would be nice if they put it on there, but who cares? I like the very smooth, sleek profile the whole thing has. Very elegant looking little knife. I like it. We have a jimped liner right here, and then we have a slight cutout right here in the faux FRN. So it makes it very easy to disengage that. And there's just no complaints I have with this knife. Back in the day it was around 20 bucks or so, maybe a little bit less. It's just such a tiny little EDC knife, and it's great for just about every EDC task, even with its tiny little size. Versatile design, moderately comfortable. My pinky feels left out though, but that's alright. 8CR13 MOV. Blade extremely, gets razor sharp. Very, very, very sharp. Steel. Doesn't hold the edge forever, but for an EDC knife like this, doesn't need to hold an edge forever. In a perfect world, yes, but you'd be paying more money. So the fact that it costs 20 bucks or so, you're getting a pretty decent knife right here. You can get bigger knives though. For the money, like, it would be nice to see this at like 15 bucks or something, but that might be cutting it a little bit too close to its manufacturing cost. I don't know what it is for Kershaw, but great knife. They don't make it anymore. The OD-1 was cool. That was a frame lock, big one. I would have wanted those, but they're a little bit difficult to find. Kershaw Chill is another option if you like this knife, I think. You get a little bit more edge, a little bit bigger. It's like an OD-1 almost. Not in the way it feels or anything, but you get a full-sized grip instead of your pinky being left out. And in turn, you get the lighter blade, and you have the same fast speed, same nice lockup. Can't put the pocket clip on the left side, though. It's a problem. Outstanding little EDC knife that you can't get anymore.